The French-language newspaper La Presse is reporting an Iranian strike on a U.S. airbase in Kuwait, where members of the Canadian Armed Forces are currently stationed. Rafi Boudjikanian has been looking into this. He joins us now live from Ottawa. Rafi, what happened here?
Sarah, what we do know is largely from that newspaper article, which used satellite imagery to show that parts of an Iranian attack on this U.S. airbase in Kuwait, Ali al-Salam, well, they struck a component of Camp Canada, where Canadian personnel are stationed, have been stationed in some capacity for more than a decade. They first began to be deployed there under former Prime Minister Stephen Harper during operations against ISIS. It's not clear to us how many soldiers are still stationed there. We've asked the Defense Department about that, have not gotten a number. We have been told everyone is safe and accounted for. Now, this attack would have occurred on March 1st in the early hours after the U.S. and Israel began their attack on Iran. So it was part of a retaliation by Iran. This airbase is across from Iran on the Persian Gulf in Kuwait. And so these missiles would have hit different parts of the base, including parts of Camp Canada. However, it appears that no Canadian soldiers were inside the bunker that was hit. Now, the Defense Department has told us that everyone's safe and that they have been potentially relocated outside the base if needed, or if not, they have stayed there. It's a bit of a cryptic statement. We just got a confirmation that essentially this happened, but no further clarity officially.
But there have been others who've been talking about this, Rafi. What kind of reaction are we hearing?
Well, primarily we're hearing from the opposition parties. The Conservatives, the Bloc Québécois are all asking, why are we finding out all of this through a newspaper article almost 2 weeks after it happened? Conservative defense critic James Bazan saying the government should be way more proactive in disclosing these matters. Have a listen to him.
You know, Prime Minister Carney has had multiple occasions and press availability to disclose this fact, that Canadian Armed Forces bases in Kuwait were attacked on March the 1st. We also are very concerned that this has been an ongoing lack of transparency, and it's part of the ongoing flip-flops of Mark Carney and the Liberals on their position on the war in Iran.
Now, we have heard from the government, the Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand, formerly Defense Minister rather, did address the media today, and she said that she was not previously aware of the media reporting on this, but she had been briefed by Defense Minister McGuinty about it and could confirm to us that all Canadian Forces members are safe, but would not say more, deferring to the Defense Minister. The Defense Minister, of course, is on a trip right now with Prime Minister Mark Carney. They hit Yellowknife this afternoon and then are on their way to Norway. Prime Minister Carney was asked about this during a media availability late this evening, and he said he's not the only spokesperson for the government, and then returned to explaining that everyone is safe. So not disclosing any more, really. It kind of struck me that he said he's not the only spokesperson for the government, whereas the chief spokesperson on this issue would have been the Defense Minister, who was in that room with him. He was on that trip, but he was seemingly not made part of that media availability to answer those questions.
Rafi, thank you very much.
You're welcome.